As soon as I sat down, everybody started texting me.
Yo, what's up, guys? You're tuning in to the Mindless Corner. I'm your host, AJ. And I got my guest still, my man, BJ, Brandon Jackson, BJ the drummer, over here in the cut. And today we just have a chill little podcast. This is number 3. So the first thing we're going to start off with is my man BJ. What's his origin story? You know, how did he start like doing what he do? Because, you know, if you don't know, he played the drums, and I know my man for like some years now.
So let's go back to I was probably three or so. My grandma lived over on 58 where I'm saying you at. So I used to go over her house all the time and like pretty much typical drummer, just pulling out all the pots and pans and just banging in the floor. And then by like 4 or 5, I started getting like the kid drum sets, and I started busting all the heads on those. So I was like, nah, you need real drums. My pops brought me my first drum kit when I was 5. And then ever since then, it was just like playing at church on weekends and just being able to share whenever I could. Whenever I went to Georgia, where my family is.
Sounds like it was like a natural thing, like it just happened like early. Cause you know I started writing late. Yeah. But I mean it's writing. It's like a whole different subject, but like you know, same premise. Would you say like it's a gift to you? Like,
yeah, I would say it's a mix of interest and just being able to express myself, tied in with just God-given talent that I really didn't really have to work too hard for. I mean, like once I got to a certain level, it was more just trying to like learn more, of course, because you never stop learning when it comes to your craft, but just continually trying to grow and like understanding the vocabulary and the language behind drumming. Because I mean, pretty much all musicians know music is a language, and like trying to learn it is trying to take on a whole different language. So
if someone who came up to you and asked you like to play the drums, like how would you go about like encouraging them to go forward?
At the end of the day, it comes all back to rhythm. So like whether you think of it or not, there's rhythms all the time. Whether that's like you just listen to your heartbeat, whether that's just walking, you walk in a certain pace, that's a rhythm in itself. Thinking of those rhythms and putting it into a box almost of just like, this is where I can work within, and like how can I subdivide this rhythm into multiple other subdivisions and like have fun with that. That's really all it is. It's just messing with rhythms. Pretty much, if you want to get started in it, I would just say just do it. I think AJ can attest to that. Like you can sit around
just do it, man.
Exactly.
You can sit around and talk about it all you want, but if you don't do it, you ain't making no progress. Like it's the same thing with this podcast thing. Like I'm keeping a tight schedule. Like even if I don't got nobody, I gotta do it for myself, because I mean nobody else is gonna do it for me. So it's gonna be my speech for a while. Do it yourself. Don't be trying to like strategize, try to get around the corners, cut corners and everything. Like just go out and do the thing you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else is gonna do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself.
Preaching.
But like, let's say like 5 to 10 years from now, what do you see yourself being with like music? What city? Like you plan to be in the country, or be on tour? You know?
Right.
If you want to be in a group, give me your thoughts on that.
Well, if I control my own destiny, which I know I really don't. Like, that's just the way it works in music. You don't control it. I really want to be working within like a studio environment. So whether that's recording or producing, that's like the main areas I'm focusing on right now. So long term, like I said, I kind of want to work from home, like be my own boss, kind of vibes, or just working within a squad, or kind of have me and AJ and
it's gonna be me.
Yeah, like all of us.
Be my own boss.
Like all of us kind of have like our own dreams, but like we all work within the same circle and just kind of help each other however we can. So I would say within that group, all of us rise up to our professional levels and whatever comes from that. So really working on the production side of things, working more behind the scenes. Hopefully doing some touring, get some background in that, to see the world, and
I really can't tell where I'm gonna be in 5 to 10 years, but I plan to be somewhere where I can do film, somewhere where I can be like actively meeting people and getting connections. Like a city like Atlanta, the city life is more up my alley. What I'm planning to do, I really don't see myself like going back home to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and like working there. Like I don't think that work out for me. I have to go somewhere big, somewhere where I can really get like some attention. I can meet some amazing people, because like that's where people like me go to find their route in life. I know for the summer you going to Italy, so why are you going to Italy again?
It's a summer abroad program that the School of Music offers. They currently have me enlisted in the theory class and a Italian cultures and sales class. So I'll be fulfilling 2 degree requirements while I'm over there.
I'm planning to go to France next summer, not this upcoming summer. I wanted to go this upcoming summer, but money tight. I signed up late for the opportunity to get like scholarships for the study abroad program. So I was like, I gotta push it back.
Right.
And honestly, I'm kind of excited for it too, because this is gonna be like the first time like going outside the country. It's like a whole different world. I feel like I might end up meeting people that I could probably make deep friendships with, or the people on the program, like I end up might being good friends with them, and they might be talented too at something. That's how connections really start. Like when you just go out and go experience something, that's when you meet people. I think that's really important.
Right.
Alright, so now we in a real talk session. And today we got 2 subjects we talking about. And the first subject we talking about is loyalty or honesty. Which do you prefer? Because it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard.
It is, bro.
It's a question that's really put in like social media too a whole lot. Like loyalty, honesty, like which one is the most important? And I want to say honesty. Like I like people who are loyal, and it's kind of like a entourage type of thing, or like you just have like close bonds with people. You know, like at the end of the day, they got your back type of thing. But I'm the type of person who's really by myself most of the time, and I'm in my head most of the day. That sounds weird, but I'm in my head most of the day thinking about things I can do and the next step and whatnot. I feel like someone being really honest with me straight up is what I really need in my line of work. In my writing classes, I have workshops, and you have students that critique your stuff, and the professor critique your stuff heavily and harshly sometimes. But there's some of the stuff you need to get better. Like I think honesty is like the thing that really will make you a better person overall. And loyalty is more like depending on. Yeah, I say it really depends on like who you are.
It's kind of one of those things, a double-edged sword, bro. It's just like you can take either side, but you already hit honesty, but I was thinking about hitting loyalty. Just based off of course, you need that. I would say, especially when you get to higher levels of like where you want to be at in life, and just remembering like who was there from the jump and like who didn't jump ship kind of thing. Just knowing like who you can go to at the end of the day. Like I take comfort in that. I'm one of those kind of people that like I like to know who's in my circle, who's on my side, and I can like depend on them no matter what, and now I can go about my business and try other things that, you know what I'm saying, may not exactly be in my alley, but like at least I can dabble in it and get the opinions of those that I trust. So that kind of like, I say they kind of bounce off each other. Like the ones that are loyal to you should be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? If you're honest, then more times than not, like you care for that person, so you will have some kind of loyalty towards them.
Yeah, it's deep, real deep.
Yeah.
Like I want to say loyalty too, but it's like
It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick.
I had to choose honesty simply because I know how I am. I like people who are like really honest. Some people like to walk around certain subjects, but if you just really blunt and you get it across, like people have the idea. They know what you really mean, and they can take it with them, and they'll know how you stand on it, instead of like being like indecisive and like cutting corners and being vague and not really being like, you know, straight up. So the second part of this real talk session that we got is, how do you know if you can really trust someone? I'm a type of person, I don't trust someone right off the bat, but I'm a friendly person when you can really get to know me. So it's like, it takes time for me to actually like trust someone. It'll probably take me, it won't take me like a long time. Like I'm not talking about like 2 to 3 months. Like it'll take me a few weeks to really like being there with that person, like going out and doing things with them, to like really like real deal trust them.
I'll kind of say the same thing. I would say you have to look at that individual's like circle. I would say you can tell a lot about a person, like who they hang with. So I think you'll be able to tell if like the people they hang out with are pretty a buck with you. Like if they seem as though they're a tight knit group, like there's a reason behind it. Like people just aren't tight for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like proving previous friendships and loyalty will allude to future friendships and loyalty. If it's somewhere it's like they keep going in and out of friend groups, like obviously it's not it can be the friend group sometimes, but sometimes I think it would tell you more about that person.
When it comes to like trusting someone, I feel like the background helps a lot too. Like that background, like personally, like who they associate with, and what they done in the past, and what they aspire to be and whatnot. Cause I like to really trust people who are like has the same like drive.
Right.
Like they want something they like. I like people who are like really different, like who are really unique in their own way. People like that really get my trust early on. I don't want to call nobody out, but I've had friends, or I should say old friends, like back in middle school. Like I called them up when I really need someone. They not really there, and it's like, I don't know what happened to the trust of you. You know, I depend on you, but it just didn't work out. Trusting and depending on people are like two things that really can like sound alike together. I don't like to depend on people too much, because I like to try to figure out things myself. But sometimes you gotta depend on someone, because if you haven't heard, humans are social creatures. They need other people. They need society. But don't let society rule you. Be the one that's gonna rule society instead of being the one that's ruled. Take that to the grave. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. That's all I be doing, just be talking just to talk, because I ran out of logical thoughts. So like now I'm just talking. Alright, so that's pretty much all we had today. Like, chill little podcast. I mean, I'm gonna have to edit some stuff out, just because, you know, make it all professional, like, you know, chop it up.
You be having music in the background.
Yeah. Eventually, if in the future I might not even like edit these anymore, I might just like run them out all the way through.
Raw.
Like, yeah, raw. But but for the moment, I'm gonna edit them out, because I'm still getting used to the talking and having people come on here. I gotta feel everybody out. I gotta work on my thing too. You know what I'm saying? In the future, I'm planning on like getting some more guests on here. I'm gonna next week I'm gonna have a guest too. I'm gonna get my roommate to come on here, and he gonna be talking. Well, he's a musician just like him. We're gonna be talking more than just music. We're gonna get deep, real deep. And then the week after that, I don't know. It might be just me the week after that, because I think that's exam week too.
Yeah, finals.
Yeah, finals week. And gonna be moving out and everything. I might do something different too. I might, as I'm going back to to the hometown, I might do a video as I'm driving back with the fam, and probably get them in it. Be talking a little bit. That's all we have today. So I'll see y'all. This is AJ, BJ, signing out.